Hello everyone, I'm Casper Kuma and welcome to another Choose Wisely Festival game, a festival centered around games with branching narratives. Today we're going to be playing Quality Dreams Reasonably Priced. We're just going to be playing the demo, but it's like 1 to 2 hours long, so I feel like that's still a decent size, you know? Thank you for trying out this demo. We're a two-person team based in Canada, and we hope you enjoy our game. We'd appreciate if you left us feedback so we can improve the game. We hope you enjoy our demo. Let's go! All I've ever known is the city. All I've ever seen are her walls. A glittering metal spike piercing the barren land, embedded deep in its sands. This kind of reminds me of... I forget what this game's called. It's either like Sable or Fable or something, but it's also kind of like in this sort of deserty landscape. I don't know. My alarm goes off and I sigh. I'm too tired for work. I feel that. I leave my apartment building and make my way to the city elevator. I punch in the number for a floor far above mine and pay the fare. I cram myself into the shoebox elevator burrowed in the city's bones. My stomach drops as it begins its ascent. I consciously relax in the never-familiar press of people, trying to force myself comfortable and pull myself awake. It's a shame that time doesn't stop for the wary. 19 minutes later, I've made it to the clinic. The lobby is often quiet. We don't see many clients in a week. I make my way to the coffee machine, blinking back my fatigue. Oh gosh, those are some eyeballs. Holy crap. I don't think I'd ever feel comfortable with this person looking at me. As my mug fills, I notice Baron walk into the lobby. Hi Jin, got a minute? It's never good when your boss wants a word. Pretend you didn't hear. His eyes are piercing our soul. I'm pretty sure we know that we heard him. Yes. Sure, Baron, what's up? I wanted to have a quick chat to see how things have been going. I've been settling in, that kind of thing. If I've learned anything in my month working here, it's that this chat will not be quick. Let's talk in your office. He starts walking off, not waiting for my reply. Let's go. Oh, take a sip of coffee first. You gotta wake all this up, you know? Take a sip. I take a sip of coffee and watch him walk for a bit. Then I let out a sigh and follow him back into my office, dread crawling up my spine. I mean, you gotta be pretty good to have a whole office to yourself and not just a cubicle, right? I don't know. Is that how office hierarchy works? When I come in, Baron has settled where my clients usually sit. He gestures for me to take my seat, and I do, watching him with trepidation. So Jin, you've been here for about a month. How do you feel things are going? Well... We're still learning. I'm not an expert on everything yet, but I'm taking every opportunity to learn and better myself. That's what I like to hear, I'll be frank, Jin. You're not hitting your targets. Oh god, not this talk, no. And I know you're new and this is your first job as a psych line and it's been a slow month in terms of clients, I get that. I feel confident that you'll do better once you're in the full swing of things. But just for my own peace of mind and for your good as well, I'd like us to do a little mock client interview. Pretend I'm here to get some mods. Defend your performance. Specific feedback play along. You know, I feel like it's, you know, whenever your boss is telling you have to up your productivity, it's never a good time to start defending yourself. You just gotta just shut up and be like, and whether or not you listen is your own problem, but it ends the conversation faster if you just shut up. Play along. I swallow and a sigh. Alright, welcome to Envisage Poetry. I try my best not to cringe when I say the name. How Baron came up with something so awful I'll never understand. Introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Jin. My pronouns are any, all. I'll be consulting on your modifications today. Hello, Jin. I'm Baron, and my pronouns are he, him. It's very nice to meet you. It's a little I'm a little surprised you didn't go for a fake name. Do we have to fill out the form? Would that make them uncomfortable if we just start writing things down right away? I don't know how this works. Start the interview, maybe? Baron hasn't filled in the client form, so I'll need to cover those questions first. Oh, okay. How old are you? Can you tell me how old you are? Trying again. Friendly? Would you mind telling me how old you are? I need it for my records. How old do you think I am? Ugh, God, like 40? Play along. Oh, I don't know, maybe 26? You flatter me. You know, I'm horrible at guessing people's ages. And I always feel bad when people ask me to guess and I get it, like, really off. I always tend to, like, guess people, like, guess that they're older than they are, and that... Never do that. Just wildly underguess younger, because older will always offend them. I'm 37, but I'm glad that you see me as useful. See, I'm not that far off, but if this was a real person and I said that they were 40 and they were only 37, they'd be throwing hands right now. What's your occupation? What's your current occupation? You might not believe it, but I actually own a small mod clinic. Body mod clinic. Humor him. What a coincidence. Please, tell me more. I'd love to. Oh god, he looks a little too excited. Here he goes again. When my father passed a few years ago, he left me the why do I keep calling the bod mod shop? The body mod shop he started and told me to make something good of it. I'm not sure if he meant to do good or be profitable, but I choose to believe he meant to do true good. To bring goodness into the world. So I took the little clinic and I diversified it. We increased the variety and dropped prices. Now more people than ever can access mods. Did it cost me? Of course it did. Well, at the beginning at the least. But it was all worth it to give more people access to mods. He loves to tell the story any chance he gets. Desired procedure. So what mods are you interested in getting? I'm not sure. Maybe something to add a glow to my tattoos. That sounds cool. Good choice. That's a good choice. It's really in right now. Are you saying it's unoriginal? I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth. I just mean it's popular. Okay. Let's pause for a second. Most clients will have an idea of what they want, and that's great, but people don't always know what's best for them. You have to learn about them and guide them to the best decision. Best... well, I mean... client uncertainty. Best for them? Best for us? Best for them? The best decision based on their lives? Yes, but people improve their lives through modding. More often than not, getting mods is the best decision for them. However, you shouldn't push mods on clients when it's really not what they need. Getting mods reversed is very expensive and often we can't put someone back to exactly how they were before the initial procedure. We don't want our customers to be dissatisfied or asking for refunds. This is so unrealistic for a company. He's not scamming his customers or anything. That's crazy. He's like, wow. he's like the anti-capitalism. We're trying to bring joy into the world. Seriously? Joy over sales? This is incredible. I don't understand. Are we trying to bring our clients joy or sell them mods? It's the same thing. Mods make people happy, or they should. If the mod isn't helping, then we shouldn't be recommending it. But I really doubt that'll ever happen. Mods make things better. Maybe this is a hypothetical customer just hadn't found the right mod yet. In that case, your job would be to help them uncover the mod that's right for them. And on top of that, and on that note, let's get back to it. I may or may not want glowing tattoos. That's all the form questions out of the way. Time to move on to the rest of the interview. You know, I read like a webtoon like this once. I think it was called Always Human, where it was like the people in it like could get body modifications like this, like they could change their eyes to different things, or like they could get mods installed to prevent illness and all that stuff. That'd be cool. Although I wonder how many times can you replace all your parts till you're just a robot, you know? Well, let's see. What's the appeal? Oh wait, what's your budget? What does your budget look like for this procedure? Oh, it's very tight. 3,000 at most. I note that down. Glowing tattoos usually range from 600 to 5,000 depending on its size, features, and whether there's complete design on the skin. You know, as someone who kind of works in body modifications, like, because I make prosthetics, it is a concern about the money, but it's like, I don't know if the doctors are just like it just, everything feels like a scam, because a lot of people, they'll get the most expensive option, but then they don't like buy into the like surgery they needed to make it so it is like worth it. Like, they'll skimp on the surgery but then go all out on the prosthetic, but it's like the prosthetic's not going to be any good if you didn't get the surgery to go with it. So if you're gonna skimp on something, skimp out on the prosthetic but then get the surgery, so you know you could spend less and get more, you know? So I don't know, doctors are out there scamming everybody, I think. Will that be a problem? Maybe. I don't know how much glowing tattoos cost. Could, depending on what models and features you end up choosing, but I'll be here to help you pick something within your budget. Perfect. Appeal of glowing tattoos. What makes you want glowing tattoos? What do you like about them? They look nice, they're in fashion, they're cheap. What's not to like? Do glowing tattoos exist? I feel like I saw something about them. Like, some sort of... I feel like I saw something about glowing tattoo that you could actually get now, but it might have not been glowing. I don't know. It could have been just, like, white and they were in, like, a black light room or something. I don't know. There's a lot of tattoos out there. I've seen the ones that are, like halfway permanent, halfway temporary, you know? Like, they're only supposed to last like a year or something, but I don't know. A lot of people are getting them and they're lasting a lot more than a year. So I'm not sure if that's false marketing. What's not to like? Resetting after mods. You'll need to take the rest of the day easy once you've had the procedure. Can you make time for that? No. What do you mean no? Questioning? What's wrong? You can't ask like that. You need to ask nicely, like, do you have any plans for after the procedure? That's too vague. Want to be unclear what I mean if I say that? Then ask a follow-up question. Do you need a script? Alright, plans after the mods. Do you have any plans for after the procedure? Not particular, just going to head home, maybe spend the following weekend with some friends. Now that wasn't so hard, was it? I mean, but is that the problem? Like, what's the problem with the tattoos? Like, can they not get wet? Like, because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's better just be more direct about it if it's important than to tiptoe around it. Whatever. Move on. I note down his answer without replying. Next phase. Alright, I think I've got what I need. Let's move on. No, that's no good. I don't like you. Talk to me more first. Build rapper. It's better if you talk to them for longer. Okay. Yeah, aren't we wasting the client's time, though? Won't they notice I'm wasting their time with a relevant conversation? Just say you need to know more about them to make a good decision. Make it seem like it hurts you if you don't share. That seems manipulative. That seems manipulative. Well, you do actually want to get to know them. You should be interested in our clients, and knowing them better does help you do a better job since you can put them at ease and help and sell to them better. Just make sure you're talking to them for longer, okay? Alright, whatever. Conversation topics? What is there to talk about? Can't make small talk? Ask them about their work, hobbies, whatever. Move on. Let's just do it. Before we get back to it, I want to make sure you understand that you're a salesperson first. It's fine to form connections, I encourage it even. It usually makes the selling go better. Remember, you're not a therapist, you don't have to abide by any rules. I like talking to clients and getting to know them. It's the best part of my job. But when Baron talks about it like this, something about it feels vile. The ethical implications twist in my stomach. Work? How do you like your job? Oh, I love it. It makes me happy to know I'm doing so much good. Good? What sort of good things do you do? Oh, well, you may have heard, but we're the cheapest mod shop in the city. Mods in a higher end, safer environment have never been more affordable. Mods make people happy. More people can get mods here. Ipso facto. Ipso facto? You get it, you know this. a much better job, and well done with the small talk. It helps you and it keeps me happy. I feel like I'm really getting my money's worth. Kiss ass. Professional. Glad to hear that I'm meeting expectations. Surpassing even. I don't trust this guy at all. I don't know. There's something in his, like, weird eyes. He's just not a trustworthy guy. He's got those clown eyes. I don't know. Hobbies? What are your hobbies? You have any hobbies? If you say you collect taxidermy bugs, I'll know you're evil. As a small business owner and entrepreneur, my work takes up most of my time. But I do quite enjoy music. Okay, he's not a murderer. That's good. What's your recommendation? Is there anything you'd recommend? Of course. I listen to many genres. Neoclassical punk, ferocious flute, pop folk metal, underground M-pop covers. But you'd probably like Birdsong and Symbols, Volume 3. It's a concept album about childbirth expressed through birdsong, wind chimes, and cymbals. It's a must-listen if you're looking to expand your music repertoire. That sounds really weird, buddy. I'll check it out, thanks. I definitely won't. Who wants to listen to birds have childbirth? I don't know, maybe my tastes are just too lowbrow for him. What's your favorite element? What do you like most about music? That such a wide range of experiences, emotions, visions, and memories can be evoked through only our ears. Although we do offer mods that make music a multi-sensorial experience. Though you know that, of course. Let's move on. Interesting. Thank you for sharing. Isn't it? Happy to chat more about it later if you'd like. Alright, I think I got what I need. Let's move on to the recommendation. Excellent. He's got so scary eyes. I don't know. He's gonna gut us like a fish or something and sell us for parts. I look over my notes detailing my talk with Baron. They're a mess of advice and intentional obfuscation. So I think you better recommend me. What are you gonna do? You gonna stab me in the face? I mean, he says he's not gonna be doing anything after this, so he should be good, right? He can pay for this, right? Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I do recommend you then. Great. My reasoning being that... does it fit his budget? I mean... I feel like it does suit him though. Look at all those tattoos. There's no way he can't afford this. It suits you. Glowing tattoos would suit you well. You really think so? And what if I wanted the high-end version that changes color depending on my environment? What would you say then? Recommend the lower end. Recommend. I'd recommend you go for a slightly lower end option that better fits your budget. Not the best for our bottom line, but it'll probably lead to a happier client. Acceptable. And now for my favorite part. What is it? Or should we guess? We should guess. It might impress him if we show initiative on our part. The cross-selling? The upselling and cross-selling. But didn't we just give them our recommendation based on their brokenness? As you know or should know, you check that catalog in front of you and pick some options you think I'd like. Pitch them to me, but don't push too much. You'll come off annoying. Drug-resistant liver. Interesting. Pull open my tablet. Fang teeth? That sounds cool. You should get that one. That'd be cool. I think that's good. I don't see why either of the other two would help. He's into cosmetics. Okay, I think that makes sense. Picked everything out? Good. Now I can check this handy tablet in front of me and see all the goodies you're offering. Try the fang teeth. Have you considered getting fang teeth? They look cool, they look like a vampire, fits his vibe. They fit your vibe, man. I feel like they'd fit your vibe. I wish more people would get fang teeth on their dentures. I think it'd be cool, like some people do, but I want someone to order a denture with all shark teeth. That would be interesting. Some people get gold teeth, but I don't know. I don't get to put the gold in. I wish people would get fang teeth. My manager said I had to stop giving people fangs because that's apparently not recommended. But like, they look cooler like it. I don't know, it doesn't hurt anything. I don't think I give off spooky vibes. Don't you want your grandma to be a vampire? I think it'd be cool. Do I? Didn't mean spooky. I meant that the teeth give off a cool and suave feeling, which does fit your vibe. Oh, I see. Excellent. I suppose I must get the teeth then. I feel like I've sold a fair amount based on Baron's hypothetical budget, but I don't want to push things too much. Oh, he had $3,000. He's fine. I guess I could have sold some more. Do we need to go over all the logistic elements? Baron waves a hand. No, that's fine. If I decide to actually get anything, I'll speak to Sol directly. Let's go over my feedback and then we can wrap up. I take a slow breath. This will be good. Great job learning from your mistakes. I appreciated how you recovered after we spoke about you chatting with clients more. You took feedback well, so take credit for that. I know I'm not always the best at delivering my comments. And in the end, you made a good decision. Now, as for your efforts at cross-selling, you could have tried to sell me more mods. I barely bought anything extra. Alright, that's all for today. Good work. Tension I hadn't realized I was holding releases from my shoulders. I look forward to seeing your progress. I watch Baron leave, feeling a bit shaken. Things went well overall, but I know Baron will continue keeping an eye on me. After staring at paperwork for a few hours, the clock ticks over to leaving time. I let my gaze linger over my office to make sure I'm not forgetting anything, then leave to begin my trek home. The apartment. What type of apartment we got? It's a dump. No, it's actually pretty nice. What type of creature we got? A rabbit? I climb the stairs to my apartment and shut the door with a sigh. It is a rabbit! I hear a slight rustling and look around. Nibbles is watching me from her cage. Nibbles dandelions. Seeing her always fills me with warmth. Fills me with determination. Check her food. Is she eating? I check her food and notice she's eaten less than usual. Oh no! I refill her water and wonder if my worry is warranted. I glance at the time. The vet should be calling soon. Give her a treat. I grab some washed kale from the fridge and offer it to Nibbles. She perks up a bit and starts munching on a corner. I'll get her some more later. Let her out! I open the door to the fence around Nibbles' hutch. She slowly hops forward, settling down on the rug next to me. I can't tell if she's moving more slowly than usual or if I'm just projecting. I give her a small pat and sigh softly. Oh, this rabbit's gonna die. Oh god. Watch her. I watch Nibbles roll onto her side. She's lying on her usual spot on the rug, near my usual spot on my bed. She seems more tired than normal today. Good god, she's gonna die. This is awful. She's gonna... this game gonna tear our hearts out. Don't do this. You can't let the animal die. Can't we get rabbit mods? I rub Nibbles' forehead gently. She seems to relax a bit. Clean up your dishes. I have some dishes from last night I haven't dealt with. I wash each by hand and drop them on my too-tall stack of dry dishes. That's gonna be a problem left for tomorrow. I look around, feeling listlessness rise in my chest. I need to do something while I'm waiting for the vet to call. Maybe we should play with Nibbles. I grab some of Nibbles' favorite toys and the throw and place them around her. She glances towards them but seems disinterested. The worry between my ribs radiates outwards. I've never felt worried between my ribs. That's an interesting place to be worried. Don't you want to eat dinner? You've been working all day. But I guess not. What about unpack? I moved down into this apartment about 2 months ago. I couldn't afford my old one anymore. I look around the space that doesn't quite feel like home and can't help but notice all the things it's worse. What? Oh wait, I don't know what I read. But notice all the ways it's worse. The room is too small for all my stuff. Much of it still sits in half unpacked boxes. It's further from my new job, adding time to my commute and shifting my sleep schedule. I still wake bleary some days. And no amenities are included. The savings come at the expense of my comfort. Home does not feel like a place of rest. Mechanically, I pull objects out from boxes and try to find room for them in the overstuffed cupboards and drawers. After about 2 boxes, my brain starts to hurt. I'll leave the rest for another day. Watch TV, the old boob tube. I flip on the TV and the stars bear witness to both Entwined and Broken Hearts is on. It's an older show, but one I remember fondly. I settle in to watch the rest of the episode. That is a tiny telly. After about 20 minutes, my phone rings. Answer it. I hit a button on the side of my earpiece. Hello? Hello, this is Dr. Monk's office calling back with the test results for your rabbit, Nibbles Dandelions. Cut to the chase. What did the test say? Speaker on the other side of the line clears their throat. Unfortunately, the test came back positive. Your rabbit is suffering from... The voice turns to static in my mind and I feel my hands start to shake. I stand there staring at the wall, keeping as still as I can. Hello? Is everything okay? Does our rabbit have cancer? Are you... no. What are the next steps? What do I do now? We'll need to schedule Nibbles Dandelions for surgery. What's wrong with my rabbit? My blood runs cold. Is she gonna be okay? How much is it gonna cost? How much does it cost? How much will the surgery cost? The procedure will cost... What? Oh my god, $1,700. That's a lot more money than I have in savings. Installment plan? Is there an option to pay by installments? No, we require full payment up front. This is awful. Okay. Alright. I try to keep my voice from sounding as shaky as I feel. Surgery date? How soon will the surgery be? We can schedule you in for next week Sunday. That's 13 days from now. Can Nibbles wait that long? Will that be enough time to get the money to cover the surgery costs? Oh god. Okay. Okay, thank you. I notice I'm biting my lip and stop. Details? What will happen in the surgery? We'll remove the infected organs. After, we'll put Nibbles Dandelions on antibiotics regimen, and in a month or so, she should fully recover. Okay, so we can save her, right? Surgery risks? Are there any risks in having the surgery? We've performed this procedure many times. There's very little risk. About as much as getting a nano-animated tattoo. Very low risk, then. Alternative treatments? Are there any alternatives to surgery? This is the option with the greatest chance of success. Alternatives require prolonged treatment and are not guaranteed to permanently cure Nibbles Dandelions. She definitely has surgery, doesn't she? Okay. Okay, thank you. I guess. We finalize the appointment details and I hang up the phone. I look down at where Nibbles is flopped on the floor and my heart sinks. Saving oh god. $1,700 in 12 days? Well, 11 work days isn't impossible, but I don't feel good about my odds. I sit down next to Nibbles and run a hand through her fur. I can't imagine losing her. I don't remember making dinner, and food is tasteless when I eat it. I keep glancing over at Nibbles, reassuring myself that she's still there. The apartment feels more cramped than usual. I usually keep the window closed, but today it makes the walls feel like they're closing in on me. Why would you keep the windows closed? That's depressing. Before I head to bed, I open my banking app to pay my utilities. How broke are we? Oh good, our bills are only available in the full game. We don't have to worry about them at all. It might be best not to keep paying for so many luxuries, at least until I've saved up enough for Nibbles. Ad removal? You have to pay for ad removal? That's ridiculous. We have to pay to use the elevator? That's ridiculous. Pay for noise blocking? Ah, oh my god. It takes me too long to fall asleep. I turn back and forth under the sheets, unable to feel comfort or stop my spinning mind. Can you imagine if you moved into an apartment and you have to pay it every time you use the damn elevator? This is just insanity. Sleep. Move out of this place, you'll save money. I wake up and realize I don't hear the sound of my alarm. I blink and notice that there's too much light in the room. I check the time and the bucket of cold water falls over me. I need to leave for work an hour ago. I quickly rush to get dressed and refill Nibble's food and water. Then I grab my lunch and run out the door. Halfway to the elevator, I start worrying that I have a client interview booked for this morning. I spend the rest of the trip to the clinic bouncing between dreading being late and hoping I'm misremembered and it's tomorrow. I step into the clinic and the notification pops up letting me know that there's a client waiting in my office. I curse, grab the client's file from behind the reception desk, and make my way to the consultation room. I'm only a few minutes late to the appointment, but a splash of guilt still runs down my throat. I muster a smile, knock gently, and open the door. The customer's sitting in one of the chairs. They seem to be engrossed in the tablet, probably working. I'm so sorry. Sorry for the wait. Welcome to the Envisage Poetry. I always cringe a bit at the clinic's name. What is this stupid name? Why is it poetry? I'm Jin. I use all pronouns. How can I help you today? They look up at me from where they're sitting. Good morning. I'm Ocean. This is a room for consultations, right? They look to be in their early 20s, but their composure makes me think that they're older than they look. There's a conviction in the way they sit, and I relax a bit. Clients who know what they want are always easier to deal with. Yes, you're in the right place. Usually I have some time to prep before my meetings. I clench my hand around the data chip. Probably won't be an issue to ask for a moment to get myself oriented, yeah. But I can't get a good read on this client yet, and the wealthier ones can sometimes be unreasonable. I should probably move my mic one day. It gets in the way of the screen and I can't read so good. Although, I'm also just kind of slow. So maybe it's just me. Let's talk to them. I can just ask Ocean. It'll be fine. Before we start, I'm just gonna run through some preliminary questions. Go for it. Your age and pronouns, please. What are your pronouns? He, him, they, them. And your age? I'm 27. What's your occupation? What do you do for work? I had to fill that in your intake form. Why is that relevant? Just personal, man. It helps me understand you better, which helps me offer you better recommendations. I don't think my job will tell you a lot about me. It's something I kind of just fell into and just decided to stick with. Watching Ocean, I don't think that's the whole story. Maybe I should check the file. Insist. I'm sure there's more to it than that. Eon, if it's such a big deal, just check my file. Alright. He's getting angry though. Let's let it go. No, that's alright. Antagonizing them isn't my goal. I feel a bit bad for bringing it up, but I might make a bad call if I don't know their profession. I'll try to circle back to this later. Maybe Ocean feels that the question is too personal starting place. Desired procedure? What kind of procedure are you looking to get? I'd like to medically transition to feel more comfortable in my body. It's a pretty straightforward procedure with a few days recovery time. There should be enough for a starting point, now to learn more about what Ocean is looking for and why. So you're looking to get gender-affirming work done? That's correct. The next question I need to ask is probably not the most respectful or kind, but it is part of the standard procedure for consultations. Can we ask it tactfully? Are there any factors motivating you to make this change? Well, I mean, aside from the obvious. Why do you need to know? Procedure? It's procedure? It's just a procedural question. I didn't mean anything by it. I sigh. I socially transitioned some time ago and started taking hormones sometime after that, but being honest with myself is something I've had to learn. About a year ago, I realized that I'm not happy with how things are. I'm uncomfortable with it when I see myself in the mirror. I don't like parts of my body. And I can understand that now, so I want to take steps to make myself happier. What's the budget? I understand. What does your budget look like? I've done my research and I should have the right amount to cover everything I'm looking for. Are you certain? I don't know. I don't want to piss this person off, you know? Glad to hear? Let's hype him up. Glad to hear. I'm happy that you're in a comfortable place to get this done now. Thank you. I've covered most of the required information, but it might be helpful to know more about Ocean before moving forward. And Baron will not be happy if he finds out that I didn't keep the conversation going for longer. On the other hand, it might be better to wrap this up before I upset Ocean more. Learn more. Can I ask more about you? Depends on what you want to know. Do you have any plans after the mods? We do have to know that, don't we? Do you have anything planned for after the procedure? Why do you ask? Practical. You'll need to refrain from strenuous activity for some time after your procedure. I'm just checking that it won't interfere with any of your plans. This person doesn't like to get personal, so I don't think we should push too hard in that direction. I'm planning a small trip with my friends to celebrate. Should be undemanding. What type of trip? What are you planning for your trip? It's just a visit to a mid-floor resort. Nothing that exciting, really. Learn more, or should we move on? Let's learn a little more if we can. Oh, there must be more to it than that. Itinerary. Have you got an itinerary planned? Mostly just spending time with my friends and exploring the resort. Maybe looking at some plants they've got there if my friends don't mind me dragging them along. Sounds exciting. Sounds exciting. I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun. That's the goal. Alright, let's move on. It's probably enough about Ocean's trip. Well, I'm sure you'll have a great time. Thanks. What are your hobbies? You have any hobbies? I'm really into tea, actually. Let's recommend something. We'll pretend we're into this. I look over my notes. It's time to make my oh shit, not like that. I wasn't recommend tea, damn it. You need to save another 8,668 over the next 12 days to afford surgery for Nibbles. If Ocean has a procedure done here, I can earn at least 1,600. Yeah, recommend. Obviously, they're ready for this. Based on what they've discussed, I can easily recommend that you can go forward with the desired procedure. Wave of relief rolls over Ocean. That's great! We discussed what Ocean is looking to get done, and I put together a suggested plan. Now it's time to see if I can get Ocean to agree to buy anything more. Well, you'd probably enjoy facial- I bet we could recommend all this. Maybe the facial hair... Sharper eyes be something? Ooh, if we recommend all of it, we could get so much money. I don't know what their budget is though, and I'm afraid to go over it. Oops. Should I go for sharper eyes? I feel like if they want gender affirming mods, I don't think sharper eyes really changes that much, like as much as a voice or facial hair would do. So let's go with those two. Alright, that seems good. There's a few more mods I'd like to talk to you about. You'll be able to see the models and prices on the tablet in front of you as I bring them up. Sure. Try the facial hair. Have you considered custom facial hair? I have facial hair. I shave. Oh. Changes the texture. Moves the patchiness. Removes patchiness. We could get it to grow in more evenly. It's even enough. I like being clean shaven. Damn it. Okay. Stop. That's probably enough cross-selling. There's only so much Ocean is willing to spend. We settle on procedure details and oh, did I not sell the other one? Oopsies. And explain the remaining information to Ocean. Next, our clinic surgeon, Dr. Soul, will give you a quick physical to double-check that you're fit for the procedure. Once you've gotten a clean bill of health, I'll schedule your operation date. At that point, we'll take your deposit, which will be half of the total cost. Sound good? Ocean smiles, attention uncurling from their shoulders. Sounds great. I return his smile and we shake hands. Theirs feels firm and welcoming. We walk out of my office together. I should have sold the voice. Oh well. A bit later. Having seen Soul set up Ocean's appointment and gotten their deposit, I returned to my office to get started on the post-session paperwork. A few hours later, I hear a knock on the wall by the open door to my office and look up. Got a minute? I'm getting fired. Why? What's up? I need you to run down to the wind garden and place an order. Should take less than an hour. They have our payment information on file. Shopping list? What do you need me to get? Soul hands me a list. It's all here, and the bag is in the usual place. Just give this to Wingerden. She'll know what to do with it. Feel free to call me if you have any questions, or if they give you any trouble. Trouble? What do you mean by trouble? Soul shrugs slightly. You know how Wingerden gets. No? Before I have time to follow up, Soul gives a wave and walks back out of my office. I look down at the list she gave me and sigh. I guess I'm off to Winnie's. The trip to Winnie's shop is uneventful. I make one wrong turn, but notice pretty soon after. Before I know it, I'm approaching her stall. Now, I won't be going lower than that. Stop asking. What's up with your eye? Is that a tattoo? Winnie's voice carries down the street. I've never heard her sound so stern. If you want to pay that much, find some two-hack who'll sell you defective junk. When you decide you want to put quality parts into your body, you crawl back here. Of course, by then your flesh will be rotting around half-baked amps and shoddy nano-components. Kidneys failing from filtering a deluge of filth pumped into your heart, then back through your body. I'll laugh in your face and remind you about today. Then I'll charge you double, and you'll pay it because you'll be so desperate for something good. Now get the fuck out of here. You're not worth more of my time. Damn, she's tough. Yeah, fuck you, Winnie. The customer spits and turns away, almost bumping into me as I approach the stall. I didn't see you there. Jin from Envisage Poetry, right? Yep. That's me, yeah. That's a terrible name Baron stuck you with. Yep. It's not the greatest, yeah. Sounds like you have a taste. Sounds like you have taste, at least. What happened? Is everything alright? Oh, sure, just a customer trying to haggle me down, thinking they've got more power than they do. This is my shop and my word is final. Sometimes people just need a friendly reminder of that. I understand. That makes sense. This is your place of business and they should respect that. See, you get it. Happen often? Do you get customers like that often? Often, no. Usually my reputation filters out dregs like that. I pulled the list out of my pocket. Soul gave me this. It has everything we're looking to buy. She mentioned you have our payment info? That I do. Hand over your list. Let's see what we can do for Soul, They gave it a quick glance over. I've got most of this in stock, but the last bit you'll need to wait for. I'll drop that off myself. Everything else I'll give you to haul back today, alright? I mean, I don't know. That sounds fine with me. Yeah. Sounds good. It's what I like to hear. Winnie takes the bag I brought from the clinic and begins moving around her shop picking items off the shelves and bags. They pause when they spot a bin half slid under a table. She looks back at me and then the bin. You want to give me a freebie? What is this? How would you feel about a bit of side work, Jin? I'm interested. I wouldn't say no to an opportunity. I've currently got an excess of eye mods, telescopes, microscopes, color diffs, dark vision, electromags, sharpeners, basically the lot. If you could sell them off for me, I'll kick back 15% of my profits. Not a bad deal, I think. I mean, that sounds pretty good. Agree. Not a bad deal at all. Glad to have you on board. They hold out their hand and we shake. She hands me a much fuller bag. This is for you. I suppose I'll be seeing you more often now that Soul can send you instead of coming herself. Winnie turns and I follow her gaze to see a customer approaching. It was nice chatting, Jin. Come by again soon. She offers a mock salute and steps away. Oh, thank you. Thank you. They offer a wave without turning back. She's cool. She's too cool for us. I reposition the bag over my shoulder and head back to the clinic. Winnie's words circling through my head. Let's sell some eyeballs. When I get back to the clinic, Sol's working in the lobby. She looks up and sees me in the bag. Is that everything? There's a bit more Winnie will drop off later. Sol lets out an acknowledging noise and holds out a hand for the bag. I don't know. Or should we be nice and take it to her office? Sure, why not? We might find stuff in there. I want to snoop. Take it to her office. Do you want me to drop it off in your office? I'm asking you to hand it to me now. Why would I want you to take it to my office? Damn, you're a jerk. Fine. Jesus. Apologize. Sorry, here. Holy crap. I hold out the bag and she carries it a few steps over to the counter. She quickly opens it and begins to rummage. Looks good. Thanks for grabbing it. She pauses and looks back up at me from the bag. How's Windergan? Friendly? She's nice, friendly. Alright, that's good. They didn't do anything weird, did she? Such as? Weird in what way? Anything that seemed out of place, unprofessional, or made you uncomfortable? Or anything that you'd want to talk about? No, not really. Not with you. You're kind of, I don't know. Nope, nothing to note. Okay, good. You'll let me know if they do. Of course, I ain't no snitch. Sol takes a glance at the clock on the reception computer. Why don't you head home? I'll cover with Baron if he asks. Paperwork? What's that mean? I'll finish up my paperwork first. I only have a bit left. If you insist, we can leave together later then. Sol turns and walks back to her office. Was she waiting for me? Later that day. After finishing our work, Sol and I leave the clinic together. We chat idly on the walk to the elevator. It's a bit busy and I let her take one ahead of me. She thanks me and I hide my mixed feelings behind a smile. I didn't want her to see what floor I was getting off at. I get home exhausted and collapse on my bed. After a bit, I roll to the side and notice Nibbles watching me. I'm so sorry, Nibbles. I didn't do a good job. Oh. Sing her a song. I pick a popular tune and change the lyrics to make the song about Nibbles on the fly. She doesn't react, but it makes me smile. Let her out! I roll back off my bed and open the door to her hutch. She watches for a bit before slowly making her way to her favorite spot on the rug. Play with Nibbles! I try rolling on one of Nibbles' balls towards her. She glances at it, but doesn't push the ball back to me like she usually does. She's not her usual self, and it hurts to see her this way. My worry circles in my head, saving 8,668 in 10 more work days. I sigh and roll back onto my bed. Not impossible, I remind myself. There's still chance, unless if I continue to not be able to read. Today went well, tomorrow will too. Make dinner. I spend some time making dinner, then clean everything up. Grimly open my banking app to check things over. Oh, God. By the time I get to bed, I feel drained to my bones. Sleep. I wake up with my alarm and sigh contentedly. It's nice not to be in a rush. I make a low-effort breakfast and take a quick shower before getting changed, feeding Nibbles and heading to work. I have another appointment today. A larger part of me than I'd like to admit hopes it'll be someone looking for expensive procedure. This time we gotta ask about jobs. As I enter the clinic, I notice a message from Baron. The client's file is waiting for me on my work tablet. I make myself a cup of coffee and carry it carefully to my office. I sit down, take a sip, and swipe open the client's file. I'm expecting them to arrive just after noon. Baron left a note on the bottom of the file saying to watch myself with this one, which makes me a bit nervous. He rarely butts in, saying that he prefers to leave the human aspect to the psych line, which is fair. That's what he's paying me for. Whoever is coming in must be important. I swipe open the file on my tablet. Let's look at the name. At the top of the file, I see Florence Sanderine. She, her, 34. Florence Sanderine. Must be an upper floor. No wonder Baron gave me a heads up. It's unusual for us to get top floor clients. They usually go to nicer clinics. Why are they here? Well, an upper floor client explains why Baron also told me not to ask about her budget. What's her budget then? Under the line of work section, I find a really long explanation that can be summarized as stay-at-home spouse. Oh, I see. There's also a brief mention of an interview show she hosts. It seems like a hobby project. It doesn't really tell me how much, like, money she makes, though. But I guess not a lot if she's a stay-at-home wife. Desired procedure. The section detailing the mods Florence Sanderine would like is much shorter than I'm used to. It seems like she's coming in for a voice change. It's technically a difficult procedure and not that common since it's expensive and impossible to completely reverse. The recovery time is usually less than a day. From her file, Florence Sanderine seems like a pretty typical upper floor trophy spouse. There's a few things that don't entirely line up, but they also don't seem relevant to the consultation. I close the file and clean up my office a bit. The fact that I'm seeing an upper floor client has got me a bit more nervous than I'd like to admit. I've never met with an upper floor client. We can't access most of the higher end mods, even if our clients could afford them. Nor can we offer the level of service they often expect. Sounds like she's coming here in secret then. She doesn't want people to know that she's here. You know, it's not somewhere where her friends are gonna go, right? Before I know it, there's a gentle knock on my door. Oh, she's cute. At the sight of Florence Sanderine, I freeze momentarily. Hi, you can call me Florence. She, her. She smiles a little, and I have to remind myself to breathe. I can't remember the last time I saw someone so beautiful. Act normal. Confess you'll die for her. That sounds like it would be a breach of something. Feign indifference. Act normal, dude. I force myself to move and pull the door the rest of the way open. I wrestle what I hope is a warm smile on my face and gesture her inside. Hi, Florence. I'm Jin, and any pronouns are fine with me. She steps past me and into the office, looking around slowly. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for looking after me today. She sits and her gaze turns back to me. I feel myself growing flustered. Customers aren't usually like this. The pleasure is entirely mine. Thank you for choosing Envisage Poetry. It takes all my effort to say the words casually and withhold my inadvertent cringe. For your consultation today. Of course, I've heard good things about your clinic. Feels like I'm swallowing around a rock in my throat. Or maybe I forgot how to breathe. Or how to hold my body like a normal person. So glad. I'm so glad that our positive reputation precedes us. I am too. She smiles a little again, and I think my heart forgets how to beat for a few seconds. I need to pull myself together if I'm going to get through this. I sit down and try to refocus. Let's ask some questions. Let's not look at her. I feel like that would make anyone uncomfortable. Just staring. Ask questions. I should get to know her better so I can best understand what she's looking for. What was her name? Oh, Florence something other. Her name's meaning. Florence Sanderine's a beautiful name. Does it mean anything? Florence drops her gaze, making her smile seem a bit sadder. Florence comes from the Latin word florentius, which means blossoming, flourishing, and prosperous. Sanderine is a play on Sandrine, which itself is a version of Alexandra from the Greek Alexandros. It means to defend man. Together, my name is meant to be a blessing, to provide me with good fortune and protect me from peril. Wow, that's an impressive name. Let's not say has it worked. I don't know. I don't know if that's appropriate. I mean, I don't know. Has it worked? She's blushing, but... let's just compliment it. No wonder it's so lovely. Just like you. Move on. You said enough, fool. I close my mouth before I can further embarrass myself. She nods once, accepting the compliment. She's thankfully either politely ignoring or not noticing my awkwardness. That's very kind to say. Thank you. Your interview show. I saw in your file that you host an interview show. What's that like? Florence's eyes light up and she smiles a bit. How nice of you to ask. It's not a terribly exciting hobby, but it does bring me a lot of joy. I very much enjoy meeting guests and getting to know them. I suppose it's a bit similar to your work in some ways. Yeah, I agree. I would agree. I don't know if you find this to be the case too, but sometimes it feels like my clients learn a bit about themselves from this process as well. Florence nods slowly. Yes, I think so. Sometimes I think it's also about what truths are hinted to or simply left unsaid. Truths of the heart are that feel too dangerous to speak outright. Yes. I say it quietly, watching her, but she doesn't meet my gaze, leaving her exact expression unknowable. Continue the interview show. What's the name of your show, by the way? Florence looks down, clearly a bit flustered. Oh, it's just a small thing. I'm sure you haven't heard of it. I wait, leaving space for her to speak. It's called Song for a Lark. I freeze and blink at her, momentarily dropping my brain to the floor. Jin? Play it cool. Admit you've heard a lot about it. Feign ignorance. Let's get hyped. She seems proud of it. Let's get hyped. Admit you've heard. Haven't heard of it? Half my friends won't stop talking about it. Oh, I'm sorry to have caused you trouble. I wave my hands, dispelling her apology. No. The fault is mine for overreacting. I just didn't realize you were a celebrity. She laughs, blushing slightly, and I almost dropped my brain again. I'm not at all, but thank you for the compliment. The show is my personal hobby in which I trifle and delight. It pleases me to hear that it amuses your friend to the point of enthusiasm. Why would she want a voice modification? If her main job is talking, right? Song for a Lark is an audio show. My friends are always going on about how amazing and talented the host is. They would die if I told them I spent time chatting with her. Plans after the mods? Do you have any plans after the procedure? No, I was just gonna take some time and rest at home. There's a dinner party this weekend, but that's all. Procedure. Now I understand that you want to get a voice alteration procedure? That would, I don't know if that's a good idea if your main job's talking. That's why I'm here. Her fingers weave and slide along each other as she speaks, and I try not to stare at them. Does she feel nervous? Are you sure? Nervous? Nervous? Are you feeling nervous? Florence's fingers freeze in her lap. She tilts her head slightly and smiles. Not at all. I'm sorry to have given that impression. I can tell you're doing your utmost to create a welcoming environment for me. I smile back and nod. Thank you. Let me know if there's anything I can do to make you feel more comfortable. Florence nods back. I will. I don't know about this. What's your reason? Why do you want to get your voice altered, if you don't mind me asking? Not at all. I understand that this is part of your responsibilities as a psych lion. You probably don't know, but there's a trend going around for having perfectly sweet and lidding voices. You're gonna change your voice for a trend? That's never a good idea. Trends go in and out. Shouldn't do that for a trend. Since mine is so mundane, it might slight my family's reputation should it remain unchanged. What? I like your voice. I would never call your voice mundane. It's quite elegant, in fact. You make for a poor salesperson. But thank you, I appreciate it. I take a moment to check my notes. I've covered all the required questions. Baron told me to be careful, and talking to Florence makes me a bit nervous. It might be best to wrap things up quickly so I don't have more time to embarrass myself. I don't think we should do this. Thank you for answering my questions. It's time to make my recommendation. I look down at my notes detailing facts that I collected in a silhouette of Florence Sanderine. You'll be making your recommendation now? Yes. I need to save another 7,967 over the next 11 days to afford the surgery for nipples. If Florence makes the procedure if Florence has a procedure done here, I'll earn at least 24,000. Or 2,400. Nah, I don't know. I don't recommend it though. I don't recommend that you have this procedure. I don't understand. Why not? You're following trends. Your reason seems very surface level, since you're getting an irreversible procedure just to follow a trend. I can follow trends if I want to. There's nothing wrong with it if it makes me happy. Will it? Try another angle. That's fair, however. Voice for show? Your voice is important to your show. Aren't you worried that there might be a negative impact if you change how you sound? If my viewers are fickle enough to leave me because I sound different, then their opinions don't matter much to me. If it hurts my show, then so be it. Making the show is only an amusing pastime in any case. Is it really? It's more than a pastime. I think it's clear how much you love Song for a Lark. That doesn't change the fact that I'm uninterested in the whims of fickle listeners, but they're your listeners. Try another angle. Have you considered that instinct? I have a strong feeling that your getting a procedure would be a mistake, and there's nothing I can say that will convince you otherwise. What you wants? What you wants? Is this really what you want? Lauren pauses for a moment before speaking. Yes. Why? Why do you desire the procedure? Why do you want to change your voice? We've been over this. I need an appropriate voice in order to avoid disparaging my family. I've grown weary of arguing with you, and please just let me know if you'll be recommending the procedure if I need to take my business elsewhere. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Regardless, I'm not recommending you go forward with this procedure. What's the reason you'll be putting in your report? Cause suffering, outside pressure. Bad reasons. Outside pressure. I think you're being pressured into this decision. I suppose that's all then. Florence gets up. Then thank you for your non-recommendation. Honest assessment, best for the client, just doing your job. Honest? I strive to be honest in my assessments, both with myself and with my clients. I hope I am being honest with myself as well. Goodbye then. And with that, the siren is gone, along with her glittering splendor. Later that day, I take a breath and decide to finish some paperwork from my consultation with Florence. After getting through about half of it, my hand drifts to a mug and I realize I've finished my coffee. I get up to refill it and stretch my legs a bit. Man, we are not going to be saving our rabbit. As I enter the lobby, I notice Ocean walking in. Did anything change? Oh, maybe we didn't do the procedure yet. Hey, Jin. Friendly. Back again, I see. Here for the procedure? Yeah. Dr. Soul has a lot of experience. You're in good hands. I'm sure. Do I just wait here, or... Oh yeah, she'll come get you when she's ready. I'll let her know that you're here. Alright, cool. I type a quick message to Soul saying that Ocean's here. Make small talk. Are you excited for your trip? Yeah, I'm leaving the day after tomorrow. Glad to hear it. Just then, Soul steps out from the surgery. Hello, Ocean. If you're ready, you can follow me. Ocean offers me a smile and follows after Soul. Soul nods to me before closing the door behind them both. I head back to my office with a lingering smile. It's nice to see how happy Ocean is. And it doesn't hurt that they'll be paying the rest of their fee today. Later that day. Aw man, Nibbles is gonna totally die. When I get home, I notice Nibbles hasn't eaten today. I pull her into my lap and run her hand along her ears and count my breaths. I offer her some kale and feel a bit relieved when she starts chewing on its corner. Unpack. I glance over at the stack of boxes awaiting unpacking and fatigue preemptively settles on my shoulders. I pull out kitchen appliances I have no room for and haphazardly squeeze them onto my limited counter space. A lot of them end up beneath the kitchen table. I sigh. Another reason will be some time before I have guests. I decided to get to bed early, feeling restless and wanting the day to be done with. After getting ready, I slide open my banking account. Let's just ignore it. Oh, we're so screwed. I turn off my phone and drop it on my bedside table face down. Lawrence's smile haunts my thoughts as I wrestle with sleep. I can't help feeling that there's something I missed. Oh man. Was it really for Trend? Maybe I didn't ask the right questions. It did seem more like family than trends, but still, I don't know. I wake up at 3 in the morning with a start. Breath shaking, I try to lie back down and relax, but I can hear my blood rushing in my ears, my fingers twitch, and my legs don't want to settle. I sit up and try to think of a way of distracting myself. I don't get much more sleep that night. What's wrong with us? My alarm goes off and I turn it off, already awake halfway through making coffee. I sigh. It's going to be a long day. Oh, you're back? I get into work and notice Florence sitting in the reception. She's not supposed to be here. Approach. I turn slightly and begin walking towards her. She looks up as I approach. Hi, Jen. Polite. Hi, is everything well? I can't complain. You're here for a procedure? Yes. She briefly looks past me towards the closed door to the surgery, before looking back. Are you off to see a client? No. Well, I don't know. Why is she here? Well, we know why she's here. No? No, I only have paperwork to look after today. Then please don't let me keep you. You want to chat? I've got time if you'd like to talk for a bit. That'd be nice, thank you. You have any questions about the procedure? You have any questions about the procedure? Not at this moment, thank you. How about your show? How is Song for a Lark doing? I had to take a break with what with the procedure and needing to rest afterwards, but I look forward to returning to it soon. I hear footsteps and look over to see Sol leaving her office. Everything is ready now. If you'd like to follow me... Lawrence stands. I'll be right there. She turns back to me. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me a bit, Jen. I'll see you around. She turns and starts heading to the surgery. Sol stays for long enough to shoot me a raised eyebrow before leaving as well. I hear the door close behind two of them with a soft click. I walk to my office feeling uneasy. She shouldn't be having this procedure. I take a seat and busy myself with paperwork. Some of my fatigue fades with coffee and lunch, and the paperwork is a little less unpleasant after that. You know what? I tried to stop her. Whatever guilt we're feeling, it's not our fault. If she wants to do this and that is her problem. We already said no. I don't know who she got to let her get it. I guess it was some other person, but it's not my fault anymore. That rests on their shoulders. Towards the end of the day, I can feel anxiety rising in my chest. No clients came in today. I'm not sure if I can save enough money if I'm not sure that I can save enough money if there's another day like this. Finally, the clock ticks over to leaving time and I put my paperwork away with a sigh. I can't wait to get home. I take a final glance over my office to make sure I'm not forgetting anything and head out for the day. You know, speaking of irreversible procedures, have you seen that, like, procedure you can get to change the color of your eyes? And it's like, people are getting it and it's making their eyes kind of terrifying looking because it, like, makes their, like, pupil really tiny and it makes their eye is such an unnatural color. It doesn't go with the rest of their face. It's scary. I'm surprised to see Ocean waiting for me in the lobby. Hey, you got a minute? I thought you were supposed to get surgery. What'd you get again? I don't know. Oh, well, we didn't get anything facial, I guess, so I guess that wouldn't change at all. And I'm not gonna look under your clothes, so... yes. Sure, what's up? Just wanted to let you know how the procedure went. Satisfied? What do you think? Everything you wanted? Yes, I feel happier, more peaceful, and complete. Everything finally feels like it's in its place. Good for you, man. Happy to hear. That's amazing. I'm so glad. Thanks. Plan trip? You're leaving for your trip tomorrow, right? Yeah, I'm really excited. Take a moment to check the time. If I leave now, I'll make it home in time for tonight's rerun of Daffodil Petals Falling Gently Beneath a Cerulean Sky. That is the cheesiest name ever. Talk more. I can catch up on the episodes this weekend. How have you been doing? Relatable. You know what they say, new eyes, same ravens. What? I've never heard anybody say that. Ocean nods. Isn't that always the case? Would you like to keep chatting? Now? What, now? Do you mean right now or in general? I mean now, but we can find another time if you're interested, but busy. That works, I guess. Now is good for me. Nice. I know a good cafe a few floors down, if that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds great. Great, follow me then. Ocean turns to lead the way to the cafe. Later? I get back from the cafe feeling more relaxed than I have in a while. I sit down at the table and let myself slouch in my seat comfortably. Oh god, our rabbit's not doing well. There's a slight rustling and I look over to see Nibbles. She seems more lively than usual. Really? We need a moment to ourselves. We're worried about Nibbles, but we need a moment because we're also having issues. Take a moment. I take a moment to remember my time with Ocean. I feel like we could be friends, and the thought makes me happy. Alright, now let's play with Nibbles. I open the door to her cage, and Nibbles hops over. She butts me gently with her head, and I smile, running hand over her ears. Let's start our chores. What's the point of unpacking if it's all gonna be clutter anyways? I put in a load of laundry and get started on the dishes as it runs. Trying to keep up my cleaning momentum, I start on Nibbles' cage next. She watches me intently and I give her a little scritch as I finish up. The fatigue I've been ignoring settles onto my shoulders. I take a look at my banking app while I can still keep my eyes open. Yeah. I whisper goodnight to Nibbles and pull the blanket up around me. Sleep. And that's the end of the demo? Well, at least a rabbit didn't die yet. Please leave a review and let us know what you think. We'd love to hear your feedback. That was a cool game. I really liked it. But let's get out of here for now. So that's all for this one. That was really cool. It's like Paper Please, but like a lot more guilt-ridden. I mean, I don't know. I tried to stop her. It's not my fault at this point. She went to someone else and they like, if she's getting surgery at our doctor's office, then that means she went to someone else and they were like, yeah, you should get the surgery. And they had to do the same thing as I did. So, you know, like, if they said yes, then that's their problem now. They're the ones that okayed this. I just have a feeling that if we played a bit more, we'd get to see her having a face full of regrets, you know? Like, it's not good to change yourself based on what other people think, and it sounds like she, like, might not have been doing it for the trend, but she might have been doing it for the family, like, they might have wanted her to do this, but it does not sound like she was doing this for herself at all, you know? So, I don't know. I don't think she should have done this, but either way, this was a really cool game, and I think it's out now on Steam if you'd like to get it for yourself. But that's all for this one, so let me know what you think of the game down in the comments below, and I will see you for the rest of the Choose Wisely Festival. This is Casper Kuma, over and out.